Okay, so we're back with a brand new game once again. This time we're back in the world of Clue from OP Games and of course working directly with Hasbro. But we also have One Piece. One Piece being the anime show that everyone loved that is now currently doing a live action show that everyone loves. I mean, apparently you can make an anime show that people like in live action. But let's open this up and we'll talk a little bit more about what we got here. Okay. So your traditional game box, pretty straightforward. Paper wrap cards, non-special dice, just your regular everyday dice, no special, just your regular 6-sided dice, except for the fact that the one on one of these dice has been replaced with a question mark to get the question mark clue deck, which is really interesting part of these specialty clue games. Then you have the manual here, which talks a little bit about the game, including the 6 treasure tokens. Blank, not used in game. So we got a treasure chest, some doubloons, a necklace, a pair of binoculars, a knife, and some chicken. Then as for the game, we have these plastic standee bases for character tokens, and that means our character tokens are going to be paper, cardboard standees. So we got Zero, Hami, Luffy, Chopper, Robin, Sanji, and then we got Brooke, Usopp, and Frankie. You just match the standee to the color. Then we've got your actual clue holder for the cards and your game board. So right here we've got the Straw Hat Crew, Luffy, Nami or Usopp, Robin or Frankie, Sanji, Zero, Chopper, or Brooke. So you get to choose on some of them. You do have duplicates to go from. Then for the treasures, we have treasure chest, binoculars, necklace, paracoins, meat and sword, islands, land of Wano, Fishman Island, Dressrosa, Punk Hazard, Drum Kingdom, Marine Ford, Whole Cake Island, Amazon Lily, and Water 7. And of course, they give you a bunch of these, and they're double-sided, so you can use them in multiple sessions. And then the actual cards here. So you've got cards that represent islands. You got cards that represent people. So you got your Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Robin, and Frankie, Chopper or Brooke, and Zoro. For me, it's a little hard to match up these colors on some of these, just because of the fact that I am slightly colorblind. So for instance, I could not tell the difference between Robin and Sanji for their color backings. Now it's a little easier. But yeah. So you have your player cards. You have your villain. You have some special items that every character is going to get. So for instance, Luffy's straw hat. Once per game, you may stretch and randomly pick a card to look at from someone else who just showed a card to. Flip this over when you're done. Nami's log pose. Once per game, you may select the best course and move to any island on the board. Usopp's slingshot. Once per game, you may talk more than other players and ask 2 questions at the same turn. Sanji's lunchbox. Once per game, you may impress the other players and look at a card that a player has just shown to someone else. Zoro's sword. Once per game, you may use your sword and move twice. Roll the dice, move, and then roll again. Frankie's cola. Once per game, use your strength and move another player to any island on the board. Robin's book. Once per game, you may take a sneak peek at all used equipment cards and choose one action to copy. Brooks guitar. Once per game, you may enhance your soul and take an extra turn. Chopper's hat. Once per game, you may use your medical skills to improve your health. Add 6 to your dice roll. Nice. So those are player-specific abilities. Then we have alliances formed. Fight against the Devil's Fruit users. Pirate copies. Party time. Fight against Devil's Fruit users. Visit old friends on a shipyard and rest in tavern. So those are question cards you can see there. And then the villain cards act as a stopper, stop clock for the game. So these are going to be mixed in with the question mark cards, and once you've revealed all 8 villain cards in the game automatically ends and everyone loses. Very interesting. So when playing the game, you will take out the extra player cards that are not currently in the game. You will separate out the characters, the treasures, and the island cards, and you will shuffle them up, pulling 1 from each stack that will then be placed into the clue card holder. This is the solution for the game. It is which pirate found treasure, where they found the treasure, and what treasure they found. And that's what we're trying to discover. You'll then take the rest of these cards and you'll shuffle them up and then deal them out equally to the players. And then players will take their cards that they were dealt, such as the Whole Cake Island, Meat, and Robin, and then we'll mark it off on their game board that shows that these are definitely not in here. They could not be the pirate that found. This could not be the treasure they found. And it could not be the island they found. Everybody has gotten their cards, filled out their notebook, and started the game. You will have this awesome board. So you can see here you've got islands on kind of a map-like design. Of course, you place the clue there, and people will be traveling through the map. To give you an idea. Let's say like Luffy, which is right there. We'll roll. We get to move 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll end his turn moving into Main Ford Island. Then when you enter a space, you can use your free accusation to say something like, oh, it was going to be the treasure found on Mainford Island, and it was Brooke who found the treasure. And then you would move Brooke into the room because he was accused, and then it would go to the next player on the left. The player on the left would be able, if they have a card like they do, would have to be able, like, it was not, it was not that. And then you would secretly show the player that guessed the card for, like, say, Brooke, and then the person that basically made the guess can then go, oh, okay, and then secretly cross off Brooke, because now they know that Brooke is not the one of the pirates that found the treasure. He's not going to be in this folder, and therefore you can move on to the next player, who will then do the exact same thing until somebody specifically finds out who it is, makes an accusation. They will check on their own to see, oh, was my accusation right? If it was wrong, they're out of the game. But if they're right, the game is over and that player wins. It's important to note that if you do stop your turn on a question mark, or if you roll on the one die that has the specialty die, a question mark, you will get to draw from this deck, and it'll be going to affect. Some of the cards are boosts, like so if it's carrot, name one island you want revealed. Anyone holding that card must reveal it and leave it face up in front of them. So that's a really powerful card that can help, not you specifically, but everybody figure out an island that is not going to be a target, and then that's just right there. But if you do reveal these villains, all 8 of them, it will end the game, and that's that. Everyone lost. But hopefully you guys found this funny. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. Hopefully this is a good job kind of capturing the spirit of One Piece. And I personally would have loved to have seen like hard tokens, but this is pretty straightforward for Clue with these little cardboard and little standees. So this is still a really great kind of experience for anyone that really likes Clue, but also wants to give it a theme of pirates, or specifically One Piece. So if you guys find this interesting, hope you guys pick this up for yourself. We will see you guys next time. Bye.